We are continuing this saga of my obsession with the spiral stitch with today's video, which is for the KIWI stitch. In my last video, I shared a couple of examples of different types of spiral stitches that you can get, and one of them was this KIWI stitch. Here is another variation that I did with it, and you can see that you have that kind of black zigzag going along the body, which is kind of fun. And honestly, I've been eating a lot of kiwis lately, so it's giving me kiwi vibes for some reason. But overall, it's very simple, so I'm going to show you how to make this so that you can get this cool effect yourself. So as for materials, you'll see that for the black stripes, I have 2 pieces of gimp for those, and then I have 4 accent colors, which are all the same color. Now you can do 2 and 2, or you can do all 4 differently, but the idea remains the same, that you want whatever that kind of stripy color to be, you want 2 of those colors. So I have 2 black in this case. And I'm going to start by folding all of my strings in half to find their midpoint. The next step is to arrange your strings like so, where I have one of the black strands passing vertically up and down, and then the rest of my strands are horizontal with that other black strand in the middle of the other 2. So I have 5 horizontal strands, and in the middle is the black strand. Then from here, the next step is to create a superbrick stitch. So we're just going to start out our 5-strand wall. And to do that, we need to weave all of these side strings under and over the 2 loops that we're going to create with these black strands. So the first loop is passing to this bottom left, and I'm just using my pinky to kind of hold it in place. And then this other black strand, I will fold it up to the top right and hold it there using my ring finger. And you'll see that now I have 2 loops. Next, we need to weave all of these side strings, starting from the top right and alternating as we go down for each row of strands. So I'll start with this top row of green here, pass over the first black and underneath the second loop, and we'll pull this nearly all the way through. Don't worry about getting it too tight just yet. And then we'll find the other side of that same string. So you see I'm still working with the same string, just the other side of it. And I'll pass over the loop closest and underneath the second loop, which is farthest away from it. So effectively the opposite. And next we can move on to the second row of green, which is this one here, and we'll do the same thing. So over the first black loop, underneath the second, and pull it just like so. And for the left side of that, over and under to the other side. Okay, and now we are on to the black row, and we'll do the same thing. Over the first black strand and underneath the second, pull that through. Then we'll move to the other side, take this same strand, but we're passing it now to the right. And we have 2 more rows of green in which I need to do the same procedure for those. So we'll just weave all of our strands over and under, making sure they go the right direction and nothing gets twisted or tangled. And there we go. So now we're about started. We just need to pull this all tightly together. So I'll pull on these horizontal strands, then pull on the main strands, then the horizontal, until the overall lanyard is essentially like flat. You don't have any twists in any of the strings. And you can just do a quick double check, make sure all of your strings are the same length. Everything looks even. Now, my sincerest apologies. I have been working with some limited brain power or something over here because I somehow deleted the part where I actually show you how to do the spiral stitch. So ignore the change in color, but after you have evened out all of your strings, you should have something that looks like this, where you have the black in the middle and then you have the black on the end. And you'll see that we have the rest of the colors are blue instead of green, but that's okay. So from here, what we want to do is, instead of using these black strings here as our main strands, we're going to use the blue outermost horizontal strands. And we're going to form 2 loops with these. So I'll start with this blue strand up on the top left, and I'm going to fold it down on the bottom in between the black and the other blue. And this one will fold up to the top left in between that blue and that black. And then from here, you'll notice that this black has kind of become like a horizontal strand. So this needs to weave over this first blue loop closest to it and underneath the second. And then we'll reach for a blue strand on the left side. This one will cross over the first blue loop and underneath the second, going towards the right. And we just need to alternate this weaving pattern all the way down for the rest of our horizontal strands. So gathering this blue from the right, over and under towards the left. And then the next string in the sequence is actually the black, so over and under towards the right. And for the next blue in the sequence, over under to the left. And we'll just continue to weave all of these strings over and under like so. So the biggest change was that we made our primary loops with the horizontal strands instead of the normal loops, and that kind of made everything scoot over. But you'll see once we weave these last sets of string that we can still pull everything tight and still get a cohesive lanyard out of it. So this last one over and under. And now I will pull it all together. So I'll hold on to those horizontal strands, hold on to the horizontal strands, and then I'll pull on the main strings, and then the horizontal strands, and the main, like so, until it's nice and snug and all of your strings are laying flat. Okay, so if you've made it this far, great. The next step is to make a diagonal stitch. So with this blue loop, instead of doing a straight stitch where I would normally bring it down in between the blue and the black here, I'm going to bring it down to the bottom left. And for this other blue strand, this is going to fold up to the top right, like so. And I'll just pull these strings through here. And then starting from the top right, I'm going to weave my strands over and under these two primary loops and alternating sides. So over and under towards the left, and then with this other black strand, over and under to the left. And for the blue, over under to the right, and so on. And we'll go all the way down for each of these strings. And once those strings are all in, we can hold all the horizontal strands together and pull those tightly. And then we'll pull on the main strands and then pull on the horizontal and just kind of shimmy it back and forth, alternating and just pulling everything nice and tight and flat. And now we're just going to repeat what we did. So we did a spiral stitch, then a diagonal stitch, then a spiral, then a diagonal. So our next step is to do another spiral stitch. So for this, I grab the outermost two horizontal strings, which are these blue strands here. And I'm going to form my two primary loops with these. So I'll bring this down to the bottom right, and this will fold up to in between those two strands there. And then I can start with what was one of my main strings and is now a horizontal string, and this is going to weave over the first blue loop and underneath the second. And then we'll do the same for all the rest of the strands, alternating as we go down. Now, if you want to be a little bit faster at this, you can just insert kind of the butt end of the string underneath the loop and then use your finger to pull the slack through. And that kind of helps you go a little bit faster. Or you can go looking for the end of the string and then feed it over and under the loop. It's really up to you, whatever you want to do, whatever you're more comfortable with. But sometimes I like just pulling the slack through to go a little bit faster. But we'll get these last two strings under here. Get this last blue over the first loop, underneath the second, towards the right, and then we'll pull this all together. And you'll see that I just did a spiral stitch, and next up in our sequence is the diagonal stitch. So just make sure all these are flat first, and then from here I'll make my diagonal stitch. So we come down to the bottom left now, and this will fold up to the top right, and with those side strings, over and under, or pull the slack through, whatever you want to do. And we pull this all together nice and flat, and again that process just repeats. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump to when I have the stitch nearly done so that I can show you how to finish it. But you'll see that I'm getting that kind of kiwi striped kind of interesting pattern on this side. And hopping back to how to finish this thing, so here is what it looks like in the green, like I had originally intended, which I had all the footage for finishing this thing, but somehow I just completely spoofed and don't have any of the stitch footage, but whatever. So to finish this thing, you could totally just tie a knot, but if you want a little bit more of a sleek finish using the finishing knot, I do have a full video on this, but I will show you here how to do that. So I have a piece of black slack string, and this is, scrap string, and it's about 8 to 10 inches. And I'm just going to fold a little loop on one end, and then you'll notice that I have like a slack on the other piece of it. And I'll take this little loop and I'm going to lay it over my strings, which I'm trying to finish. And then with this piece of slack, I'm going to wrap around all of those strings. And I want to make sure that I can still kind of see my loop on the bottom, and then I can see like this little black tab sticking out. So you see there's the loop, and then as I wrap around, I'm kind of clamping down all those strings and using the tension to keep them all in place. So I'll go around with my longer slack a few more times. And once feeling good with it, probably around 5 or 6 times, you'll take the longer piece of slack, which was wrapping around, and feed it through that loop on the bottom, and then pull up on this little tab on top. And then you can kind of, shimmy the strings around, make sure it's sitting nicely on the base of your lanyard. And then we can just trim off these strings, and voila, you have finished your kiwi stitch. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this spiral stitch variation tutorial. As always, tag me in your creations on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, because I love to see what you all create. But until the next one, keep blooming, and I'll see you later. Bye.